favor and please welcome to the stage from the Midday Show at 98.7 WMCQ, Michael J.
All right. I'm so excited to be here, and I'm really excited to introduce to you. Oh, by the way, I got to stay here because we're on video, and they want us to see you at home. We want to make sure that everybody here is going to make some noise so they can hear you, all right? So everybody, you can listen to the video later, and you can say, that's me. So don't be afraid to scream out and make some noise for Carly. Now, we've got kind of a really great history with Carly. She's back there listening. Carly, why don't you just come up here so I can do this in front of you? Carly and Nick, come up here. Let me have some noise for these guys. Because I did my homework, and I want to give you the chance. This thing's echoing. I hope you can hear me. I want to see how much I've got right, and if I have anything that I say is wrong, you can slap me. Okay. All right? So you, as a young kid, you were in a little town called Taylor Mill, Kentucky. Yep. Very small town. So far north in Kentucky, if it was any farther north, you'd be in Canada. Totally. It was like the tip of Kentucky, right? Right up the top. Look at this. Oh, she's got the map of Kentucky right there. So she was up in this little peak right here.
Yeah, we couldn't get the heart to go all the way.
Oh, okay. So she grew up in Taylor Mill, and at 16, you said, I'm out of here. I want to go to Pigeon Forge. And I checked.
What everybody wants
to go to Pigeon Forge.
Yep.
So the population in Taylor Mill was I checked it. I think it was 6,913. And because of you, it went down to 6,912. And you left.
Bye.
And so you got to Pigeon Forge. So what was it that drew you to beyond Dollywood? Anything else?
Dolly and just getting to get out of school and chase my dream of country music. I felt like it was a stepping stone to get to Nashville. And my parents were like, the only way you're going to be able to do this is if you're getting paid for it. And I did.
Well, so your parents, like their little girl, 16 years old, was mom crying as you pulled out of the driveway?
Oh, Mom went with me. I couldn't go by myself at 16. Oh. So we moved into a one-bedroom grizzly bear decorated apartment with a jacuzzi in the bedroom.
Wow.
Super weird.
So you spent 3 years at Dollywood before you said, I'm going to Nashville at 19.
Yep.
And you started a development deal, and you worked with the Josh Abbott Band, and you toured with them, and you got all over the place with those guys, right?
Yep, I did. That was kind of like my first introduction into, but I've done all kinds of crazy things. Was a backup singer for Lucy Hale, the Pretty Little Liar star, and cleaned Airbnbs and toilets, and people are nasty.
Oh. Well, it finally worked out, and a guy named Scott Borchetta and Big Machine, if you don't know about Scott Borchetta from talent shows or whatever, he runs this little record label called Big Machine, which basically runs Nashville. And he decided you had to be on his label.
Yeah, thank God.
And the rest is history. And are you ready to hear some music from these two beautiful performers today? And we want to say hello to Nick as well. Everybody say hi, Nick. Why were you telling me your name is Bobby? Just to screw with me?
Yeah, totally. I do that every day.
All right. Well, tonight they're going to be on stage with Blake Shelton with that tour. I'm so honored that you're here again. If you remember, you played on our WMCQ side stage.
Oh, yeah.
And if I remember correctly, when you were on The Verge Artist, there was a video that you had posted. You were in tears with the response that you got.
Was anyone at that show? Yeah, I shut down the acoustic stage of that event, Country Fest, right?
Yeah, it was WMCQ Fest.
And that was like the first time that I heard a crowd sing like
I was
that.
standing right there.
I was sobbing. It wasn't just a little cry. It was like a sob. I stopped singing.
It
My
was
band
ugly
was
cry.
like,
You
I know
loved
my band was like, really? I'm like, I'm sorry.
Oh, it was beautiful, though.
Yeah.
Standing O. And the great news is she's coming back to WMCQ Fest again this year.
On the big stage now.
That's right. With Rascal Flatts. June 30th. You better get your tickets for that. So, ladies and gentlemen, Carly Pearce.
Well, that was a serious introduction.
There you go.
How we doing? I just realized that my face is up on this thing. It's super awkward, so I'm going to try really hard not to look up there. These are so fun. I love getting to do this. Obviously, doing the arena tour has been awesome, but I don't get to talk as much, and I really like to talk and tell stories. So I'm going to tell you all just kind of how a couple of the songs off of my album came to be, the stories behind the song, just because I always like to know that about the songs that I love. This first one, we all know I love red wine, which we'll get to in a minute. But one of my really good girlfriends and we got together and we wrote this song while each our own bottle of wine and talking about guys who, ladies, I don't know you've ever experienced this, but a guy who kind of sucks. She has, I heard it. She's like, mm-hmm. Hopefully he's not here with you today or going to the show with you tonight, but this was my experience and my friend's experience with those kind of guys. This is called Doing It Right. I call, you wait a couple days to call back, and I thought we were past that. Yeah, we should be past that. And you say just enough of the right words. You're keeping your lines blurred. Well, yeah, that really works. And now you're giving me those what's wrong, baby eyes. And I'm like, if you wanna burn us to the ground, make sure that I never come back around. You're doing it right. You're doing it right. And if you wanna tear my heart in two, make me never even wanna think about you. You're doing it right. Well, you're doing it right. I owe you. You treat love like it's some shitty little motel. You check in and you check out like hell. Well, in case you couldn't tell, oh, I ain't your old guitar that you leave out in the back of your car that you never play, but you say that you're gonna play. And if you wanna burn us to the ground, make sure that I never come back around. You're doing it right. Well, you're doing it right. And if you wanna tear my heart in two, make me never even wanna think about you. You're doing it right. Well, you're doing it right. You're doing it right. Oh, you're doing it right. Well, you're doing it right. And you're giving me those what's wrong, baby eyes. Yeah, you're doing it right. Well, you're doing it right. If you wanna burn us to the ground, make sure that I never come back around. You're doing it right, doing it right, doing it right, doing it right. And yeah, boy, I'm calling your bluff. If you're dead set on messing this up, you're doing it right, doing it right, doing it right. You're doing it right. You're doing it right. Well, you're doing it right. Thank you. So I have a funny story. I played at this station on my radio tour in a red hallway somewhere in this building. And I don't know how much you know about radio tour, but it's kind of like you're going around and introducing yourself to all different radio stations and trying to win them over to play your song. And I don't know what radio visit this was for me, but I came, and of all the stations that I visited, this has only happened once, and it happened at this station. We were singing my single that I'm about to, or my debut single that I'm about to play for you. I wrote the song, sang it hundreds of times at this point, and I forgot the words and sang the wrong part at the station on my radio tour visit. And if you're coming to the show tonight, my keyboard player, her name's Elise, I feel her out of my peripheral vision go. And I'm like, yeah, I just did that. I did that. And we like tried to play it off. And so I'll always remember this station as the one station where I forgot the words to my own single. It was great that I wrote. But talking about just that experience and getting to meet the Capuggis, who I love dearly, and going to dinner that night with them. What a crazy year I've had. I've always, obviously, since I sang at Dollywood, and even before that, have dreamt of having songs on the radio and getting to do what I'm doing for a living. Every dream I've ever had has come true in the last year. And it's because of people like you and country radio and stations like this one, getting this music out to y'all completely changed everything about my life. And Embrace, this little song that I wrote about heartbreak that was my story of trying to get over this person. And I'm just so very grateful that this became my first #1, which is weird still to say. I still don't believe a lot of the things that are going on, but I'm just really grateful, and I promise that I won't forget the words today to it. Shut up, Nick. And I won't cry because I did that the second time. The scent that you left on my pillow, and the sound of your heartbeat with mine, the look in your eyes like a window, and the taste of your kiss soaked in wine. Every little thing, I remember every little thing that hurt, shine the sting of every little thing. And I guess you forgot what you told me, because you left my heart on the floor. And baby, your ghost still haunts me, but I don't want to sleep with him no more. Every little thing, I remember every little thing that hurt, shine the sting of every little thing. Oh, I remember every little thing that hurt, shine the sting of every little thing. And they say time is the only healer. Well, God, I hope that isn't right, 'cause right now I die to not remember every little thing. I remember every little thing that hurt, shine the sting of every little thing. Oh, I remember every little thing, and I'm haunted by the memories of every little thing that hurt, shine the sting. Every little thing. Thank you. I didn't forget it. Thank you guys so much for listening. Like I said, WMZQ is very, very much one of my favorite stations, so it's always fun to get to come to Baltimore and hang out with y'all. So thank you for having me. I will be back, yay, yay, at the fest, playing on the big stage. Woohoo. Anyway, sorry, I'm going to shut up. Anyways, it's Friday. I thought it was like Tuesday, but it's Friday, which means wine is always a good idea. I mean, it is every day, but especially on Friday. I have a new single out. I love red wine almost as much as I love country music. And this is just a song that I think a lot of us can relate to, of where, you know, if you drink too much, you get this idea that you should call up an ex. And it's never a good idea. I've done it, clearly. This is called Hide the Wine. I heard that you were back in town. Well, it's been a hot minute since me and you were hanging out. Oh, yeah, we had that crazy kind of chemistry where you get burned, don't learn, don't care, just reach for another match and gasoline. Well, knock, knock, I hear you coming, knocking on my door, but you're gonna have to wait on the porch. Better hide the wine and get it going. Oh, I better hide every one of them records that turn me on.
Lock 'em up, lock 'em up.
Turn up the lights and kill the mood. Oh, 'cause baby, I just don't trust myself with you. Oh, I better hide the wine. Y'all know. Oh, well, I know me. Yep. And I know you. I better get rid of all the $2 chuck and the high dollar good stuff too. 'Cause baby, if I don't, well, you know what we'll do. Yeah. Oh, but one sip, one tip. We'll be sitting on the couch. You'll be kicking off your shoes. Better hide the wine and get it going. Oh, I better hide every one of them records that turn me on.
Lock 'em up, lock 'em up.
Turn up the lights and kill the mood. Oh, 'cause baby, I just don't trust myself with you. Oh, I better hide the wine. It's usually Cabernet. Whoops. Oh, I better hide the wine. Yeah, yeah. Oh, knock, knock, I hear you coming, knocking on my door, but you're gonna have to wait another minute on the porch. Oh, no, no, it's a dangerous thing, pouring alcohol on an old flame. Hide the wine and get it going. Oh, I better hide every one of them records that turn me on.
Lock 'em up, lock 'em up.
Turn up the lights and kill the mood. Oh, 'cause baby, I just don't trust myself with you. Oh, I better hide the wine. Yeah. Oh, I better hide the wine. Yeah. Oh, knock, knock, I hear you coming, knocking on my door, but you're gonna have to wait another minute. Better hide the wine. Yeah. Thank you. Obviously, I want to meet all of you, which is going to happen, but does anybody have any questions for me? Question time with Carly. Uh-oh, here we go. It's like a talk show.
Yeah. Does anybody have anything you want to ask?
Don't be afraid.
Put your hand up. I wanted to ask a question. So what is it like? You've been out since February touring with Blake Shelton. I guess Trace has been there from the beginning, and so has Brett Eldridge. What's going on that tour? It must be crazy with those three guys. Because I understand people called today and they said, what are the set times? Mm-hmm. And I said, I believe, if I'm correct, Carly goes on after Blake has had 3 beers. and then Brett goes on after 6 beers.
Yeah.
Trace goes on after 9. And when he needs a second 16-pack or 18-pack or whatever, he's up on stage. So it's a party with Blake Shelton, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, all 3 of those guys are so funny. And it's funny to see how much Trace and Blake are buddies. They like hang out and eat lunch every day together, and it's just funny. I don't know. It's like the tall person tour. We're all super tall. Edgar, Brett's dog, is like running around, may run in my dressing room at any point. It's just, I don't know. They're all so normal and down to earth. Everybody eats catering. Everybody hangs out. But they're all goofballs. I'm very lucky to be able to tour with those 3.
That's awesome. Anybody else want to ask her anything?
Anything.
Any questions? She's taking them. We have guests from all over the place, including Homeland Security. And I don't know if I should put you guys in the spot or not, but like the government is here. You have fans everywhere when it comes to Washington, D.C.
It's terrifying.
Carly.
Just kidding.
So tonight you're going to be with Blake in Baltimore.
Yep.
And then you're coming back on June 30th for WMZQ Fest on the big stage. You've gone from the side stage. You know, we've discovered so many artists on our side stage. Zach Brown Band, we first had there. Chris Jansen, Carly Pearce, and y'all have had #1 records ever since.
I swear, and I'm not just saying this because I'm here. Brooke, my radio rep, can attest to this. This is truly one of my favorite stations in favorite cities, and that event, I will never forget that. That was truly the first time, as an artist, you play all kinds of shows, but it the crowd was so loud singing every little thing, I just lost it.
Well, we're going to do it again this year.
Yeah.
And you'll know it'll be me because I'll be off key. And there'll be a few other people.
I like it.
Yeah, we'll have fun. So thank you very much for being here. Thanks for watching with our Southwest Soundstage. We're going to wave goodbye to everyone who's watching online. And I want to invite everyone here to join us on the right-hand side of the room. And Carly and Bill, Blake, Bo. Bobby, whatever thing. No, and Nick would love to meet you as well. So step up. We're going to have you file a line on that side of the room and get you guys over there for pictures and hugs, and we'll wrap it all up.
Awesome.
Thank you very much. How about a big round of applause for Carly Pearce?